Yeah, welcome back. I know that you are all waiting to know how I managed to stop smoking and how I managed to quit completely and what really happened. But before that, I'd also want to highlight a few options that I really tried to help me stop smoking. But I'd tell you that all the options that I tried, they were all null and void. For example, there is this, I know we know this ELF bar. It's a cigar-like, a certain bar that looks like a cigarette. I had earlier mentioned, if you smoke, you put it in your mouth just like a cigar, it helps you to quit. I can tell you that I tried that. And every time I try, it's actually it actually becomes a trigger for me to smoke even more. I remember that there were days I used to smoke as many cigarettes as one full packet per day, especially when I'm drinking, when I'm out, and I tell you that it is so terrible. Nakwambia hiyo kazi, hiyo moshi, kazi ya kuvuta sigara ni ngumu. Sababu ile moshi na kuaffect and you feel like you can't take it anymore. I have even tried the church thing, the religion way, where you go to people, tell them to pray for you, you talk to them, talk to a counselor, talk to an addiction expert, those who can advise you. I can assure you I have tried all the options. And even sometimes I talk to myself and I say, now today, this is my last one. I will not smoke again, and I will not even buy. And sometimes when I even had these plans, when I go to the shop and I feel like buying, I'd rather buy a sweet or maybe a chewing gum. But all those efforts yielded no fruits. I can assure you that no matter how hard you try, it is not easy. It is not easy. And this is why I made this video, because I know it might not be easy, but it is possible. That is why every time we talk, I keep on mentioning that nowadays I don't smoke and I can never go back there. The reason as to why I made this video is because I have reached a place where it is not a matter of a question whether I'd ever go back, whether I want or not. It is a thing of the past. I am now so sure that now I can no longer smoke. I can no longer go back to smoking cigarettes again. But I can assure you, when I used to smoke, I never ever thought for a second that this kiu ya sigara itawaisha. And I remember I even told myself, if one day I become someone who goes to church, or maybe a Christian, God should permit me to smoke, because I don't see anywhere in the Bible written that smoking is bad. So nilikuwa nasema, Mungu, wewe unaweza kuniokoa ukitaka, lakini sigara uniwachie. I knew very well that it was very, very impossible for me to quit smoking. I can assure you that. I remember there were times I used to work in Nairobi at a certain bank. I used to get out of the office after every 30 minutes to go to a public toilet just to go and smoke, So I used to walk with a soap of my own na mafuta, so that nikimaliza kuvuta sigara na nawa vizuri harufu isisikike. So to me it was a burden, and I felt like I felt so useless. I was so, you feel this kind of, you feel like you're dirty, unasikia tu ukiwa mchafu. You don't feel like you can interact with other people. It was a moment of that entire time. It was a period of discomfort, a period of bondage, where I was so down in life, and I used to wonder, what will I ever do to overcome this? My eyes If you can see some of my picture, my eyes were always red. I can assure you that. And that is because of the smoke. It affected my teeth. You know, I was really affected, and especially for those who are out there smoking cigarette, I know how it feels because I was there. But I'm here to tell you that there is a possibility. You can stop smoking. You can quit smoking. It happened for me. It can happen for you. This is a journey. And you know, I'm saying that because actually the other reason as to why I made this video was because mine was not normal. It never happened the way I expected it to happen. But it happened anyway. I did not quit smoking little by little, but it happened that once I was not a smoker. It just happened once. Mara moja tu. You know, these stories, I understand that there are times you can stop smoking, but because of that intensity of the addiction of cigarette, you tend to reduce, you know. I remember sometimes back in Nairobi, I met a friend of mine who was also a smoker, and I think it was about 12 midday, and he told me, hey, Maurice, like today, I've just done two cigarettes, and I'm doing well because I'm reducing the number of cigarettes that I'm taking in a day. And you know, I was wondering, what did you do? Oh my God, ulifanya nini? How did you manage to narrow down to 2 cigarettes? Because for me, nishavuta kama 8, and I feel like smoking again. So I know there are people, once they stop smoking, it takes a certain period of time for them to quit eventually or completely. But for me, it happened once. Just once. It stopped. You know, the reason people do rehabilitation is to suppress that addiction thing. You know, when you keep on, like they say, consistency wears out resistance.